Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I mentioned this Bluetooth cassette device in an unpacking video not long ago. I bought a couple of them. One of them was for my car. This one is for my cousin's car. Now the issue with this is that this cable length is too short, because in his car the cassette slot is located behind the face of the stereo system. So there's a stereo system face, and it sort of slides down, and behind it is where the cassette slot is. So in this video I'm gonna replace this cable, this one here. I'm gonna replace this cable with a longer cable. I found a longer cable here and it should work nicely. So let's go ahead and begin. So to determine if the cable replacement was done properly, I'm going to test pairing to this tab here, and I'm going to also test the charging of the battery, make sure that it continues charging. Now I haven't done anything here, so let's turn on the Bluetooth pairing. And you see the blue-red blinking light. And now I'm going to turn on Bluetooth on the tab. And it's the first item on top, BT002. So I'm going to say click on it. There we go. And it says connected for calls and audio. All right. And okay, I'm going to close this. We're done with this part. And let me turn it off. Okay, the second test is going to be the charging. Let me bring up the there you see the USB meter on the screen, top right corner, and I'm going to charge it. There we go. It's charging at around 180 milliamps. Let's proceed with opening both sides of this device. I'm going to use this phone thinner thing. Let's find it here. Okay, I think I'm in. Nice, I think it's opened. Yeah. All right. So that's the first part done. And I'm going to take a screen capture of this to see for the cable connectors here. Okay. And now on the other side there are 4 screws, and I assume that will open the cassette. Well, there are 2 more screws down here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think these have to come out. Yeah. Let me grab a screenshot before I ruin it. So I removed the both ends from the cassette device. This is the what I call the remote control part, and the other side is actually packed with components, surprisingly to me. And then this is just the cassette magnetic head part, and this one is pretty simple, not many components there. A couple of resistors, and then just the reading head. Alright, so I'm gonna desolder all these wires and we'll go from there. Alright, let's remove the remote control part. Let me add a bit of fresh solder to each one of these. Just like that. And now we'll do the other end. And again, I'm going to add a bit of fresh solder to each one of these. Just like that. Alright, what I did offline was I prepared the cable. I tinned the ends, and now we're gonna start soldering to the motherboards. Let me put a bit of flux. I'm gonna test out my new Kingbo flux. Let's see if it's any good. Alright, let me put a bit of flux. That's a lot of flux, but that's okay. So I'm going to put the red to be topmost. My soldering iron was sleeping. Okay, here we go. That's red. Okay, that's red. Now we do white. Slightly long. That's white. Finally. The white one right now. Okay, that's a little bit better now. I need to solder now the battery. Here. Alright, I'm going to do a quick clean up. Remove a bit of this flux, and then I'm going to do some continuity tests to make sure we have a solid connection. Alright, let's do the continuity test. You'll hear this beep if we have continuity. I'm going to start with red. So this is one end of the cable, and we'll touch it to the red one here. Okay, white, black, okay, make sure that we don't have any shorting. Red, white, black, nothing. Okay, we're good. Alright, I checked my screenshots, and the red needs to go all the way on the right side, right here. It's red, white. It's red, white, blue. Black is red. Black was, sorry. Okay. Just like this. Again, quick cleanup, and we'll do continuity test again. Again, you'll hear the tone if we have a good connection. Alright, let's go. red, red. Okay, I'm touching the solder points, not the cables. White. Okay, black. Alright, we're good. Alright, we can actually do the test right now before I put it back in the enclosure. So let me turn it on. Yeah, it came on. Let me show you. Oh, it paired to my tab. Okay, you can see the blue blinking light. It means it's already paired. And I'll show you. Here we go. Same as before, connected for calls and audio, 80% battery remaining. Okay, so this part is good. Now it should disconnect, I think, or no? Oh, no, actually, I think it stays connected. Yeah. Anyway, let me turn it off. Alright, now it's no longer blinking, and we're gonna do the charging test. Why did my USB meter shift? Alright, the USB meter is up in the corner. I don't know what happened before. Anyway, it's aligned properly now. And we're going to do the charging test. The green number, the amps, should go up. Okay, it's in. Yeah, we're drawing 100, like before, 180, 170 milliamps. Alright, I won't bore you with putting the thing back into the cassette. That's just mechanical stuff. It's uninteresting, really. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.